Howdy, and welcome to the very first installment of the Grouchy Old Liberal. I'm the Grouchy Old Liberal. Today is January 20th, 2025. And if you hold the views that I hold, having the inauguration of a president who has engaged in extensive racist behavior on the day that we commemorate Martin Luther King's birthday is like taking a big old fistful of rock salt and rubbing it in the wound. All I want to do today is this. Let's have a little, fun story. So you and I live in a town out of a Hallmark movie. I've watched a lot of Hallmark movies. And I guess what I would say is that they all have like 20,000 people in them, maybe. They're not just a little hamlet. They have like companies and stuff and parking lots and restaurants and stuff. So 20,000. And somehow in that town of 20,000 people, pretty much everybody knows everybody. And so we live there. And you and I are friends. Been friends a long time. And I'm going to run for mayor of the town. And that's all fine with you. You think it's great, I'm a good guy, whatever. You like my policies, you think I'll do what needs to be done for the town. But then you find out that in my private life, in my personal views of things, I am a fan of dog fighting. And I'm not talking about with airplanes, I'm talking about with dogs, where people train dogs to attack other dogs, and then they have contests where the dogs are attacking each other, and they bet money on it. I think for most people, the idea of dog fighting is so abhorrent. Dogs are such a crucial part of the happiness of people all over the whole world. They just bring all kinds of entertainment and joy and companionship and love, and people just have a horrible time with that. So then the question is, when you find that out, what are you going to do? Because if you say, hey, I like that guy, I'm going to vote for him to be mayor, then you're saying you're okay with dogfighting. There isn't really any other way to think about it. You have to be okay with dogfighting and not turn against me because of dogfighting in order to vote for me. So here we are, January 20th. Today will be inaugurated Donald Trump for the second time. And his behavior on issues of racism, and I realize, look, especially if you're a liberal, there's 50 things about Donald Trump that really, really bother you. But today, just racism. He has engaged in racism a lot, including a lot during the campaign that he just won the presidency. So the question is the same, right? If you voted for Trump, then that means you're okay with him being a racist. And, I don't think it's exactly like super sophisticated logic to say, if you're okay with somebody else being a racist, then you're a racist. So the big problem that I see today, January 20th, 2025, is not exactly Donald Trump. It's what his getting elected means for the country. We have tens of millions of people, the overwhelming majority of them are white, who are just fine with the most powerful person in the world being a pretty dedicated racist. That makes them racist. Now, I could go super dark on this thing and say, look, we're doomed, and, how are we ever going to fix it, and they'll never listen. But in all honesty, that has not been the history of the country. We have been willing and able over time to deal with things that are just impossibly difficult. Today we remember Martin Luther King Jr. And my goodness, in the time that he was working to bring more equality and equity into race relations in the country, it looked pretty desperate. But he did have success because he just kept going. So, I'll end my first Grouchy Old Liberal message with this. We just have to keep going and believe that people are better than what we've seen recently. Have a peaceful day.